viewers out there, good morning. Welcome to AYOGEN TV. This is breakfast news on AYOGEN TV. I am Charles Olowe Oluwafemi. Here are the major news headlines for today. On our local news this morning, Oyo won't deny anybody right to wear hijab, says Makinde. Our political news, Ebonyi lawmaker tackles PDP over on Umahia. And business news, marketers labor one as FJ pushes refinery repairs to Buhari's successor. And our sports news this morning, Igwafonso meets African report to NFF. And our health story this morning, 2030 AIDS target. Nigeria launches 62.1 billion naira HIV trust fund. On our foreign news headline today, American actress Whoopi Goldberg suspended from talk show over Holocaust remark. And finally, on entertainment news this morning, Portable trapped in an unending web of controversy. Here are the news in detail. Oyo won't deny anybody right to wear hijab, says Makinde. The Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has said his administration will not deny Muslims the right to practice their religion, including wearing hijab by the females. The governor said this while congratulating the Muslim Ummah in the state, especially the female adherents, on the 2022 World Hijab Day, with a further assurance that the present administration in the state will not trample on the religious right of anyone. Makinde stated this in a statement issued by his special assistant on Islamic Affairs, Imam Abdul Rashid Abdul Aziz, to mark this year's World Hijab Day, noting that his administration will not oppose activities and practice that will promote godliness and modesty. He added that the hijab is a covering which not only beautifies the wearer but also helps in advancing decency in the society. Makinde, who reiterated the female Muslim student who wishes to wear hijab in public school in Oyo State have not been denied their right to do so, also stated that the more of such opportunities have been granted to the willing female Muslim students, even in community school. He cited the School of Nursing Lelele and College of Health and Midwifery Lelele but as a few of the examples. On the theme of this year's celebration, hijab is a crown, not a crime. The governor said no female Muslim should be harassed in Oyo State for wearing hijab. The Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has said his administration will not deny Muslims the right to practice their religion, including wearing hijab by female students. On our political news this morning, Ebonyi lawmaker tackle PDP over attack on Umahi. A lawmaker with the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Honorable Victor Chukwu, has lambasted the People's Democratic Party for consistently and mercilessly attacking Governor Dave Umahi over the insecurity and crisis in the state. According to him, insecurity was a national phenomenon which every state of the Federation currently battles. The leader of the state assembly, who represent as an Northwest constituency, stated this during a meeting with journalists in Abakaliki. Recall that the PDP had in the past few days come heavily on Umahi, accusing him of having a hand in the killing and violence in Ebonyi State. But the lawmaker said anybody who knows the natural disposition of the governor cannot be that mean to recklessly accuse him of killing in Ebonyi State. Even though the governor appeared to be rugged in nature, though he is one of the meekest people I have seen on earth. The Umahi I know has never hidden his display over the shedding of blood of any sort in the state, especially the human blood, but it beats by imagination that disgruntled elements in the camp of the PDP could carry out such a level of campaign of calumny against the person of the governor. Umahi has always emphasized violence on the ground that he would not want his victory stained with blood. Now, one will begin to wonder what are the killing they are associating Governor Umahi with for. Are they ritual killing? Is the governor orchestrating those so-called killing to atone a ritual obligation? What are the killings for? Is the governor at war with those fighting in a film? For goodness sake, insecurity is now a national thing and every state of the Federation suffer it. For me, the PDP is just wailing over the frustration of its members suffering in the past and still suffering currently. Its attack on Governor Umahi is baseless, unfounded, and it's born out of envy and jealousy. Let it be known to you that the biggest beneficiary of his administration are one of the victims of the Evrim War. I mean, the Eza people are shown an unquantifiable love to these people What is the interest in a film? Does it mean he wasted millions of naira to construct the avium road so that people could be killed? Therefore, it is foolhardy, inhuman and wicked to link Governor Umahi with killing and violence in the state. What I hate is the weakness of extreme politics of name calling and propaganda. When politics become extreme, I wonder if actually the participants are human or not human. Business news. Marketers labor one as FG pushes refineries repair to Buhari's successor. No subsidy removal until refinery are working under next government. Silva, the regime of President Major General Muhammadu Buhari will not be able to complete the repair of the Comatose refinery and will be expecting the next government to continue with it. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Temipre Silva, said this on Tuesday on Nigerian National TV Good Morning Nigeria program, which was monitored by our newsmen. But in its reaction, the Trade Union Congress stated its warning to the federal government not to remove fuel subsidy until the commencement of the local refinery crude oil. On its part, the Independent Petroleum Marketer Association of Nigeria warned that without a repairing refinery, fuel price hike was imminent. Earlier on the news, the minister said he was hopeful that the Buhari regime would be able to complete 60% of the repair of the two Port Harcourt refinery before leaving office, while the one at Warri and Kaduna would take much longer. Silva said, "We agreed from the very beginning that the completion dates will overflow into the next administration, but we agreed that there are milestones. We expect that by the end of this year in Port Harcourt, we expect to achieve at least 60% of the capacity production from airports. We are hoping that by the end of next year, the rehabilitation will have been completed. Of course, Warri and Kaduna started after Port Harcourt refinery. Of course, is it going to progress at a slow pace? But I believe that at the end of the year, all the refineries, Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna, will be operating at a certain capacity. I cannot tell you what capacity it will be operating by the time we leave by, but they will all be at least partially functioning. We expect that since governance is continuing, then the next government will take up from where we stop and get it to the finishing. The minister maintained that the subsidy removal was the best way to attract investors into the oil sector and fight petroleum theft, but said Buhari wanted to protect Nigeria, who were already sovereign. Silva stated, "We are still very much committed to the subsidy removal. It is just the timing that we are yet." He's saying, "Okay, let us rejig the timing. It was 6 months. Let us be given a longer time. Every other aspect in the Petroleum Industry Act is moving on." The minister described as unfortunate the 3 trillion naira petroleum subsidy budget for 2020. He said the money could have been used to achieve more important things that will have a direct impact on the lives of Nigeria. Looking at 3 trillion naira is budgeted, you can imagine if the 3 trillion was budgeted for something else. Do you know what that means to the country? Who is going to benefit from it?" he asked. Sylvester said in a country like this, Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, the petrol subsidy had been scrapped. On our sports news this morning, Osun submit AFCON report to ANFF. The Nigerian Football Federation confirmed on Tuesday that it has received an in-depth technical report on the Super Eagles outing of the 33rd African Cup of Nations final in Cameroon from the team technical crew led by Austin Eguavoen. "We have received the technical report on the AFCON 2021 and we are presently studying it in conjunction with the Ministry of Youth and Sport Development. Once the study and appraisal are done we will make known our position." NFF General Secretary Dr. Muhammadu Sanusi said Nigeria won all 3 group phases matches against Egypt, Sudan and Guinea-Bissau in Gahao and emerged the only team in the tournament to claim maximum 9 points from 3 matches. They, however, lost by the odd goal to Tunisia in the round of 16. The Super Eagles take on Ghana's Black Star in World Cup Qatar 2022 playoff round scheduled for March. On our Earth News this morning, 2038 target, Nigeria launches 62.1 billion Earth Trust Fund. The Nigerian government has launched a 62.1 billion HIV trust fund as part of effort to reduce funding gaps, also place more people living with HIV on treatment. Speaking during the launch held at the banquet hall of the State House, Abuja, on Tuesday, the Director General of the National Agency for Control of the AIDS, NACAS, Gambo Aliyu, said the fund will help the country fight the HIV epidemics. Mr. Aliyu said the fund is a sustainable financing mechanism for the mobilization and deployment of domestic private sector resources to address the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV in Nigeria. He said the fund will improve efforts to ensure coverage of high-impact HIV intervention that will provide the requisite treatment for HIV-positive mothers. Mr. Aliyu said it will also contribute to closing the funding gap for HIV in Nigeria that currently stands at about $108 million per annum. Securing a financing mechanism to guarantee a generation of HIV-free babies in the state is the basis for today's launching. The unprecedented feat put Nigeria on a fast-track lane to control HIV spread by the year 2023, earlier than the global target. He said the agency had in 2018 announced that it will introduce the trust fund as part of efforts to address the HIV funding gaps in the country. It said the initiative, which is private sector driven, will provide a platform for more contribution from the private sector. Reports by the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, show that at least one child globally was infected with HIV every 2 minutes in 2020. The report indicated that not less than 300,000 children globally were newly infected with HIV in 2020. It's also shown that 120,000 children died from HIV/AIDS related causes during the same period of one child every 5 minutes. Despite efforts and progress made in reducing the scourge of HIV/AIDS, Nigerians still account for huge numbers of babies born with the virus. In Nigeria, at least one child between the age 0 to 9 years was infected with HIV every 30 minutes in 2020. The reports show this means that about 20,695 children in Nigeria were newly infected with HIV in 2020. The UNICEF report revealed that 2 in 5 children living with HIV worldwide do not know their status, and just over half of children with HIV are receiving antiretroviral treatment, ART. However, despite this achievement, our national coverage of prevention of mother-to-child transmission, MTCT, is less than 50%, leading to about 22,000 cases of MTCT of HIV every year in the country. Mr. Aliyu said. Mr. Buhari said, ending AIDS as a public health threat is Nigeria, which require increased domestic funding. We have continued to make good our commitment of producing more people living with HIV on treatment annually using national resources. However, strong domestic resources mobilization with an unending partnership and shared responsibility is required to sustain the response to HIV and other emerging public health emergencies. In his remark, the Secretary to the Government of Federation SGF, Boss Mustafa, said today marked a key step towards ensuring that no Nigerian child is born with HIV or contract the disease all through his life. Mr. Mustafa said that the trust fund signifies the commitment of the present administration to ensure that no other dies from HIV infection. Foreign news. American actress Whoopi Goldberg suspended from talk show over Holocaust remark. American actress Whoopi Goldberg on Tuesday was suspended from the talk show she hosted for 2 weeks after saying that Nazi genocide of 6 million Jews was not about race. Despite an apology from the host of The View talk show, ABC News President Kim Godwin said she has decided it was not enough. Effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for a wrong and hurtful comment, Godwin said in a statement posted on the TV channel publication relation Twitter account. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about Oscar-winning TV personality said on the ABC's The View that the Holocaust involvement to white groups of people On today's show, I said the Holocaust is not about race but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it about both, Goldberg wrote in a Twitter apology to Monday. The Jewish people around the world have always had my support and that will never waver. I'm sorry for the hurt I've caused, the 66-year-old added after Goldberg's comment criticized pointed out the race was central on the genocide with the Nazis believing themselves to be a master race. No, at Whoopi Goldberg's, the hashtag Holocaust was about the Nazi systematic annihilation of the Jewish people who they deemed to be an inferior race. Tweeted Jonathan Greenblatt ahead of the Anti-Defamation League. The dehumanization them and use its racist propaganda to justify slaughtering 6 million Jews. Holocaust distortion is dangerous, he added. The US Holocaust Museum posted on Twitter that racism was central to Nazi ideology. Jews were not defined by religion but by race. Nazi racist belief fueled genocide and mass murder, as it said, without referencing Goldberg's comment. They all spoke during a discussion about a Tennessee school banning the 1986 graphic novel Maus, a survival tale about life at the Nazi concentration camp of Auschwitz. The Pulitzer Prize-winning book, which depict Jews, Emins, and Nazi as cats, has long been heralded as a powerful and accurate depiction of the Nazi murder of millions of Jews during World War II. Godwin herself said it in a statement that the entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish or colleagues, friends, family, and community. Finally, on our entertainment news this morning, Portable trapped in an unending web of controversies. Out of nowhere, a remix of the song Sazuze by fast-rising musician Habib Okikiola, aka Portable, featuring prolific rapper Olamide and dancer Pokoli, became a regular street anthem across Nigeria. The banging song, single loved by street music enthusiasts, did so well that it earned Portable several opportunities to grace Mammoth stage alongside top-notch artists during the festive periods. At party, corporate function, bars, clubs, and lunch beach parties, among other spheres of music interest, the enigmatic single by the energetic artist has continued to thrill music lovers. However, despite enjoying overwhelming accolades in the entertainment industry, Portable stints at the films had been reeled by a series of controversy ranging from allegation of betrayal, sexist remark, and sexual assault, among other attributes capable of threatening his career progression. The latest case involving the fast-rising artist and his crew happened in Nairobi, Kenya. A Kenya radio presenter, Maureen Imbai, popularly known as Black Cinderella, called them out for allegedly sexually assaulting some ladies in Nairobi. Portable and his team were said to have demanded that the girls should sleep over at their place, but the victim refused, and the crew allegedly harassed and accused the lady of stealing the singer's valuables. Drama in Nairobi. The ladies claimed the sexual harassment started in the car they were picked in when they attempted to group her disrespectfully. She didn't agree to it and they were threatening. Portable assaulted her physically while in the house, the post read in part. The singer, however, apologized in a post. In another development in the outer area of Osun State, Portable was seen in a trending video clip engaging in a street fight. Attempts were made by his security guard to take him away from the scene of the incident, but the furious insisted. Then Portable was later taken away, but this windscreen of the Range Rover SUV a fan gifted him was damaged. The street fight reportedly happened shortly after Portable parted way with his promoter Quadri Taurid, aka Kogbagidi, issued bordering on monetary disagreements. Ownership claim of kits from France, among others, reportedly culminated in the collapse of his relationship with Kogbagidi. The singer, who wore a baseball bat in another trending video clips, could have heard of the top of his voice asking Kogbagidi to return his Range Rover SUV. I gave you $500 and 500,000 twice. You have ripped me off. You know that you are a ripper, he said in the video clip. Reacting on Instagram, Kogbagidi, in a cryptic message that signaled he had parted way with Portable, said he was not ready to wrestle with a pig. You don't wrestle with a pig in the mud, you both get dirty, but the pig likes it. The post read in part, however, the most sensational of Portable controversy action started with him calling out Ikwe Pascal, aka Popcoli, for collecting his money and claiming ownership of Zazu's song. Following Portable social media outburst, Kogbagile condemned the action and disassociated himself from the fast-rising artist. Amid appeal for reconciliation from fans and rapper Olamide, the disagreement, which trended across social media platforms, was said to Portable publicly apologize to Popcoli, Kogbagile, and Olamide for his action. Now I know I'm not on this journey alone. Love you guys. I will never let you down again. Expect more from your boys. Saying Nation is apologetic. Post read in part. Portable recently released another single, Neighbor, with fellow artist Adekunle Temitope, popularly known as a small doctor. But its controversial behavior had prompted high-profile music manager musician and fans to suggest that a good manager that will set him on the right trajectory was needed to enable him to propel beyond projected expectation in the music industry. Before we call it a day this morning on Breakfast News on AYOGEN TV, here are the major news headline once again. Oyo won't deny anybody right to wear hijab, says Makinde. Political news, Ebonyi lawmaker tackle PDP over attack on Umaye. And business story, marketers, Labour won as FG pushes refinery repair to Buhari's successor. And sport news this morning, Eguafon Summit Africans report to NFF. And S-Story, 2038 target, Nigeria launches $62.1 billion HIV Trust Fund. On our foreign news, American actress Whoopi Goldberg suspended from talk show over Holocaust remark. And finally, on entertainment this story, Portable trapped in an unending web of controversy. Here we're going to drop a curtain on our breakfast news this morning. Don't forget to subscribe to AYOGEN TV on YouTube and on Facebook. Follow us on AYOGEN Link, and also on our Twitter and Instagram, and to follow us on AYOGEN TV. I am Charles Olowe Oluwafemi. Enjoy the rest of your day.